KUAM News brought to you by GTA. We start with you, Subway and Chili's Grill and Bar.
An artificial reef composed of junk tires was constructed in the 70s by the Department of Agriculture. The idea behind the installation was to increase the fish stock in the Cocos Lagoon area, as well as give a foundation for coral to thrive. But after a few years of assessment and monitoring, scientists discovered the intent wasn't being met. In 2018, Guam EPA's Environmental Monitoring and Analytics Service Program decided to go after a competitive grant offered through the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association Marine Debris Removal Program. Guam EPA's Nick Lee.
The grant was awarded in 2019 for about $250,000. And all of that funding will be used towards the removal and disposal of the tires in the reef.
An estimate of about 2,500 tires make up the reef. And not only was the man-made barrier ineffective, but it brought more stress. According to Lee, there is some cause for concern in strong tidal events that the tires could become dislodged, displaced, and damage other coral reef structures in the lagoon.
There's also concern about chemicals leaching from the tires being out there that long. So we have this great opportunity to work with NOAA to get funding to get this thing out of there.
In the first few days of action, contractors staged their equipment and installed barriers to control sediment so that other aquatic wildlife in the area remains undisturbed.
So far, there have been 3 or 4 loads of tires that have come out. The tires are taken to the contractor's facility in Agate where they're processed before they're transported to for final disposal with Guam Waste Control. We could see this for several more days, depending on the conditions down there and whatever obstacles that the contractor runs into while they're in the water.
As for the future long-term solution, Lee says they haven't approached that topic yet, but we can count on the leadership to look at a better alternative, rather than dumping discarded tires out in our waters.
The ocean should not serve as a dumping ground for your waste, and neither should the jungles for that matter.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanane.